Good morning. It's Tuesday, March 25th, and I have found out that there is a U.S. delegation that has begun taking action in the Russia-Ukraine situation. The delegation has begun a high-stakes meeting with Kremlin negotiators in Saudi Arabia, where the Trump administration is pushing for a ceasefire in separate talks with Russia and Ukraine. And the meeting comes one day after talks between a U.S. team and a Ukraine's defense minister, which is described by the latter, as productive and focused. However, a wide gulf in expectations still exists between Russia, Ukraine, and the U.S. Moscow says a ceasefire will not be possible unless Kiev agrees not to use it to resupply or reorganize troops. So they want the ceasefire to just settle down and nobody should take advantage of the situation. I don't know if that's a realistic quest, because why shouldn't they take advantage of the situation to get reorganized just in case this meeting fails in what it's trying to do? So Russia has publicly voiced key demands, such as the Ukraine should never be allowed to join NATO. But that's ridiculous. Do they want them to exist under the thumb of Russia forever? Who would agree to such a thing? What country wants to give up their freedom of action to another country? So what Russia is putting on the table will definitely affect the fact that a ceasefire will never really take place if you put unrealistic actions into the bargaining situation. You cannot demand a country to get on its knees to you and expect them to take that lying down. So Russia is doing things that, in my mind, are very deliberate to keep this situation the way it is. Russia does not want a peaceful situation as I view it. And meanwhile, late on Sunday, the Ukrainian President Vladimir Zelensky put the onus on Russian President Vladimir Putin to end the war. He said the one who has brought the war is responsible to take it away. So I don't know what Putin is going to say to that, because it's obvious that Zelensky is not going to kowtow to Putin. He's not going to let Putin decide which way the Ukraine grows and goes in the future. Ukraine wants to be an independent nation and not have to rely on a nation like Putin's Russia to have them. Ukraine wants to be a civilized country, wants to be able to take advantage of the benefits of belonging to the UN and to be a free-moving European nation, take a chance to give its citizens the opportunity to live in a peaceful, profitable environment, which will not happen if they are shot to Russia. So Putin is demanding things that will only continue this situation. He's not looking for true peace. He is looking for regional domination. Putin wants the USSR to reappear in the world, something that is not going to happen. So if you have somebody like that attempting to affect the peace situation and create a situation that favors them, it's not going to happen. So we can look at the Russia-Ukraine situation as an ongoing threat to world society, because the two parties are definitely far apart in what they are willing to accept from each other. And I think most of the problem lies with Russia's expectations. And you can be sure that the other nations in Europe are watching this very closely, because they do not want Russia to rise up downtrodden situation right now. The European nations are 100% behind Ukraine. They don't want the USSR to reappear in their lives. So that is a situation that Putin is trying to ignore and trying to overcome, and he won't be able to do it. So I don't know what's going to happen from here on in. So I leave you with that this morning. The ongoing Ukraine-Russia mess. I see no quick solution. Have a great day. Bye.